Good evening, everybody. Let me tell you, you gotta love it when right before you go live, you see somebody across the street in a group of three people, two of which are girls. We're just gonna have to start it off this way, folks, because it was hilarious. But one of them takes, I don't know whether it was a White Claw or a beer or one of those Trulies, chugs it down, slams it on the ground as hard as she can in front of a bar she's about to try to get into as she puts her head down. And as all this is going on, the a sheriff rolls by, and instead of seeing any of that, he's concerned that I have a selfie stick and a dog. So that's where we're starting. Now, let's talk. So the Lawnmower Man. Everybody knows who Elon Musk is, but the Lawnmower Man. Does anybody remember that pretty awesome where are we going? We're not crossing. Come on, this way. That really awesome early 90s movie with come on, what are you doing? Let's go. Early awesome 90s movie. She's used to crossing the street, guys. I'm sorry. With Pierce Brosnan and who was the other one? Jeff Fahey. And it was about this simple-minded man that has his mind altered through virtual reality by this like hip doctor guy. Okay, he's not a billionaire. It's not like exactly like Elon Musk, etc., etc. But we're gonna get there. In the beginning of the film, there is a large segment, and I suggest you watch the director's cut. That's the one that always stuck out in my mind as a kid. It's like a half an hour longer, and you lose a lot of the context and the subplots without the director's cut. So in it, in the very beginning, before they're doing this human testing with the virtual reality, guess what they're working on? They're working on with monkeys, right? So if you saw my earlier video, Musk just revealed yesterday that Neuralink, the device that they want you to have a brain chip in, by the way, almost 20 people watching, only 2 thumbs up. Let's thumbs this video up. Let's get this one out here. I think this is going to be an important talk, folks. So he admitted that, yes, they have been testing this device, this brain chip, Neuralink, on both rats and, you guessed it, monkeys. And he also said, it's out of the bag, FYI, we got a monkey to control a computer. So in the Lawnmower Man, it's a little bit farther than that. Now, they're not using brain chips. Again, it's VR, and it's like this weird outfit, but the monkey becomes hyper intelligent. And throughout this parable, it's a really good movie. You can probably get it in high definition. Make sure you watch the director's cut. On Amazon Prime, I saw it. I think it's on a lot of those services. But somebody also uploaded a bootleg 480p in a square box version on YouTube if you really have to bootleg the thing. But it is 2 hours and 20 minutes. I think it's a good film. You should go enjoy it. So this film that is almost 30 years old at this point, well over 25 at this point, I think it's 1992, 1993, is kind of, predicting this very same thing. For instance, we've talked about the singularity at length on this channel, but, spoiler alert, that's kind of where it goes with the Job entity. He becomes the computer. It's transhuman. And now Neuralink is coming into the forefront. The hip, trendy guy everybody loves, Elon Musk, is going to save the world from artificial intelligence by helping us compete with AI so that we can have a nice little symbiosis. Well, I'm not down with that, okay? And you got to realize there is no reason that we can't interact with machines with non-invasive devices. Let me repeat that. There's no reason that we can't interact with machines with non-invasive devices. Let's get to something really easy. For instance, if they didn't want to push the microchip inside of your body, it could easily be an earring, or even since it's only the size of a grain of rice, something even smaller that, yeah, it could be implanted in your ear, but if you wanted to, it could be a non-surgical removal. They don't want to do that. Or a ring, or a necklace, etc., 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 as those devices. And when this stuff comes into the consumer arena, know that the military-industrial complex and DARPA have already done extensive work with it. I mean, hyper extensive work. Not a little bit of work, a whole lot of work. To the point where they're already building these interfaces without the chip in their brain. Let me repeat that. First of all, they've already put chips in soldiers' brains, 100%. Look up DARPA colloidal implants, and they've done video presentations. 42 watching, only 17 likes. Come on, let's boost this bad boy. Anyway, they've done presentations about colloidal implants that are basically the size of 2 nickels stacked, and this is almost a decade ago, put into the base of somebody's brain, and them having a readout display in front of their eyeballs. Now, this shouldn't be a surprise now that the market for the types of devices that are retinal implants to have people regain sight are out there. You can now buy them on a consumer level. In fact, if you watch my video, I show you how the consumer demand for this stuff is going to go through the roof. And right now, again, you can go sign up and be one of the first people, supposedly, because I think they've already done some human testing, but now they got to make it look a little bit more ethical. I'm sure they've done stuff overseas. And say, hey, who's going to volunteer? And then we're going to try to get FDA approval, and these designer brain chips are going to be the best thing since breakfast. Meanwhile, again, DARPA is already working on interfaces where soldiers don't have to have implants, and they can control things like, drones in warfare and combat situations. That's interesting. That's something else. So, man, it's 2019. It's going to be 2020 soon. Before you blink, 2025, 2030. And where are we going to be as a species? Something I think about. I don't know about you guys, but I kind of see the writing on the wall. They already tell us that human beings are going to be obsolete, that we're bad for the planet all over the place, that we're going to be able to upload our consciousness, that artificial intelligence is here, and we're just part of the multiverse anyway. We're just part of infinite possibilities. We may not even be real, right? We could just be a simulation. In fact, the same guy that's trying to sell you brain chips has talked about the reality that we're in a simulation, and the idea that we are somehow in base reality and not a simulation is infinitely low by the odds. You know what that tells me? That tells me you're nothing. You're a speck of dust. You can't make a difference. You don't have a soul. You don't have free will. You're nothing but a program. Why are you even trying? It's very dehumanizing. And I have a hard time believing that when I know that I have, and the people I've surrounded myself have, and have experienced love and all sorts of other emotions, that are life experiences that transcend our physical bodies. Okay? And no matter what they tell you, the one thing they haven't been able to create in a lab out of nothing is consciousness. And they keep telling you you're going to be able to upload your consciousness into some kind of a machine. And I think it's a falsehood. And I think it's extremely dangerous to put any kind of an electronic device into your body that would allow others to control you in any way, shape, or form. And that's what we're definitely talking about here. Make no mistake about it. If it can interface with a computer, it can interface with a computer. Whether it's the computer you want it to interface with, or the one that, somebody in the government, or somebody in a powerful corporation, or perhaps somebody who is providing you phone or internet service. That computer they control. And it's worrisome to me. So guys, I hope that you enjoyed this Beyond Midnight walk and talk with Karma and I. As you know, I'm doing 3, 4, 5, 6, sometimes 7 videos a day on various subjects. I did dig into the Ghislaine Maxwell documents again today. I found some interesting things about a USB device that Maxwell said that she was trying to provide the courts to be unsealed. or I'm sorry, not Maxwell, Guthrie Roberts was providing a USB stick. And this is after Epstein's arrest, and after the judge already said they were going to unseal this stuff. And basically, they're fighting tooth and nail over one of these files, whether it be a photograph, a video, etc., over some prominent individual who is supposed to maintain their anonymity. Anyway, with that being said, guys, please subscribe, thumbs this video up, share it out there. And, you know, we hit 28K today, on the way to 30K with the Burmese Brigade. I thank you guys all. And I got a GoFundMe. Check that out if you can. It means the world to me. I'll see you later.